All right, what's good with my people out there, man? We had a little technical difficulties, but I'm here and I'm live, and it's your boy Hood. What's good? Let me go check on my YouTube. Make sure we bop it over there, because that's the whole idea of this is to go live on both channels. You feel me? All right, so let's look it up. Let me see. I might be already on there. Which one is it? Okay, so I got to go here then. All right, so how y'all doing out there? Let me know, man. What's good with all the beautiful people out there? Content. Let's get over here. So I want to talk to y'all about Kanye Weezy, man. The boy, man, has got some lot of shit going on this week. It was a serious week for homie. And I just want to make sure my people is popping in on YouTube because that's exactly what we did this for. But I got to check the audio because that's what happened in my last one just a minute ago. The audio wasn't working. Now it worked. Now it's if you can hear the feedback. So that's that, man. All right, so let's get into the topic, man. Your boy Kanye West made an apology. He said some apologetic shit to the people who out there he had disrespected, the Jewish community, but he never said nothing about the black community. And I think that's one of the biggest problems that we got about him. I'm gonna smoke my weed too, because I smoke that good shit. But that's the problem about bro is that he never wanted to apologize to us as black people. Now just listen to Ebro in the morning, and he gave some interesting points about how that's he's free, but he's really not free. You know what I'm saying? He can do his own thing, but you know what I'm saying. It seemed like the people is gonna own his product. They're not that dumb where they can let him walk away and take all his shit with him. Adidas is $1 billion brand, like 15 billion a year, 16 a year. So they know they need that stuff that he added to keep their business afloat, especially at that high level, because he's such a iconic figure. Kanye is, so I just want to hit y'all with that, but we'll see if it'll turn out in his behalf. I really don't know, man, if it's going to turn out for Kanye in a positive way. I know he is going to always be rich because he made a lot of money in his game. But let me make sure I could present shit to y'all right here. Extra slide, share screen. Here we go. Because I want to talk about the different things that I've seen in the game. I'll share a window, but let me open it up real quick because I want to give me another YouTube up here so I can cut to certain stuff I've seen on YouTube. We're going to watch that shit. Oh, that's dope. See me right there. Kanye West apology. All right, so anyway, we got this YouTube right here. First up, we're going to watch Consequence. He had a lot to say this morning. Well, I watched it this morning. It was a day ago, possibly. But we want to see what's up. Everybody got to play all the other stuff. We're going to look it up, file Consequence shit, because I saw it, but it's not on my phone. Oh, don't look like too many people. Oh, here it is right here. All right, y'all, you see the screen now. We get ready to commercial. Listen to Consequence. No Chiggs got it up there. This not it. Consequence did a whole rant this morning. I thought they would probably have it on somebody else's YouTube, but it was actually on my phone. So I thought you would see that. Let me hit my producer about my new song too. He's supposed to be sending it. No, I'm not gonna hit him. I know he gonna get it to me. So yeah, so what else I saw then? Since I don't see the Consequence, they're looking at his tweets on there. And I was looking at a video where he went off. I think it's on World Star. That's where I saw that. So let's check out World Star. Saw it on World Star. That's where I saw that. So I want y'all to see that real quick. Is it on World Star? It should be. I don't see his video on World Star either. But you know what? Let's skip over all of that, and we'll talk about my joint, a Farrakhan. And what he said this morning is some deep shit. And I want y'all to see this because it fucked me up too. Because I'm a person, I just made my first album. So if you don't know, I just made my first song ever in my life. And it's a rap song. My homies who I kind of hustle with, they suggested I make a rap song. I'm like, I never made a rap song. And he's like, bro, you gotta make a rap song. So I said, huh? Fuck it. I made a rap song with them because this is their suggestion. So I'm gonna play my song before I play this video because I want y'all to hear my shit. And my rap name is Yusef two times. As you see me typing into the computer, you can also check this out on Apple Music and Spotify. So let's get into my song so you can understand why I feel like this. All right, so that's the first part of my song, and you can check me out right there. Yusef two times. I just got started as an artist, and I feel good about it because the guys they were supportive and shit, helping me get the song done. I really liked it, so I wanted y'all to hear that because that's my first song. So now we'll go back to the Furcons thing because I wasn't really privy to all this information when I made that song. I just like music, so I made the song. So I want y'all to hear it now, so you can hear for yourself and see how you like it, and if you like this kind of music or whatever you're into. But listen to what Farrakhan said, and it reads at the top. This is worldstar.com, which I know y'all all familiar with. I'm dragging it with just a hint. It says that time Farrakhan broke down how music label profits and tricked artists till this day. Record companies are satanic was a quote. So let's get into it. So that's the whole gist of that. So what you hear right there is a little behind the scenes information that it might not be so information that you will get, or people will be scamming you. Basically, it's a scam. So you get a deal, and people respect you at home and your family. People look up to you in your neighborhood. People look at you as successful, like you made it. And then you go out there in the world and you live your life as a person. You spending your money, you doing what the hell you got to do. But at the end of the day, you financially in the bind because none of this shit is really yours. These people come back for you and say, yo, where's our money? Where's our cut? And you ain't got it because you're not selling like that, or the people not supporting you like that, or you owe. They move you out the way. They put another person up there. You think your next album should be the one pushed. I heard Nicki Minaj bugging about that recently. She thought her next album should have got the push. It didn't. They think Travis Scott won the lead of the music world that day or that week, and she was just livid because she thought her album should have did it. And she was like, I put all this time in the industry, and y'all push my shit to the back. So all this stuff is critical information to know and understand if you're going to be in the industry, if you're going to work and manifest your life in the industry, because otherwise it's just crazy. I mean, I'm bugged because I'm looking at it like, wow, it's really something good to know because I'm personally didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad they talking about it because that helped me learn it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, okay. So that's the hustle when it comes to dealing with creativeness and putting all this stuff out there. This is what it all comes down to. So it's something to really think about because us as creative people, you're gonna get scammed, and that's basically what they're telling you. But the thing is, and this is what Kanye West is talking about, moreover, is that you can't speak on the people who you're not supposed to speak about this stuff. You're not supposed to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that to me is the worst. You know what I'm saying? I hate that part. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back to okay, we watched what Consequence did not do the thing I thought I saw him do. I must have saw it on my cell phone because I didn't see Consequence get down. But I was gonna check it and see if I could see Ebro thing because I had just saw Ebro thing before I started the stream. So I was gonna see if I could see Ebro because he is now sharing this. So I think this the one we share, right? No, it's a World Star video. Let me see where my World Star at right here. World Star. So it's this one. No. Where's my World Star? Damn it! Get your ass up. Okay, so I'll stop sharing because I can't find my damn World Star. All right, so we'll bring another one in to keep going. But I just wanted to tell y'all that and have a discussion about Kanye. It look like half my damn body gone because it's not perfect green screen. But I wanted to discuss all that with you, man, and just kind of talk about the weirdness about what it's like if you go up against those people. It's like really, really crazy. And Kanye West, he's starting to deal on his own. So it's his fault. Like if you don't like something about what's going on, you did it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody forced you, nobody made you, you know what I'm saying? You chose that. So you would assume that if your family is being taken care of and you're financially in a better situation, that you would be okay with what's going on. And you'd be like, bet, I can handle this. This is the new life. This is me. I'm out the streets. I'm out the hood. I got money. But for me, I think what messed Kanye West up the most is losing his family, not just his mother. Now we know he lost his mother, but losing his family because the girl took off with the kids, and that happened to me when I was very young, in my 20s. So I was able to bounce back by the time I'm 45, 47, my 49, like I'm okay. But when I was a young man, that shit devoured me. It really did. Oh shit. What the fuck? It's not giving me the I thought you could change the background. What the bummer cloud? This shit's not doing it. Okay, go back to none. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this thing said you could change the background. I'm doing that to keep my live, but it don't look like it's doing it, so we'll stop. Let me see my last one. It's basically changing my background on my video, but it did once. Obviously, if you watch this shit from the beginning all the way through, you can see that it will change the background. I shot this photo here of the train. This me downtown and shit. So I just wanted y'all to see. It's just hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we can go back to the normal background, but I just wanted y'all to see that. What my opinion is that after the brother lost his kids, man, he just never was able to get back right mentally because that affects you, and then it affected him as a millionaire at a large level of his life. And I was in my 20s when it happened to me. And I actually remember saying to myself, man, what if I was rich? What if I had $1 million? What if I was a millionaire? Like, what I just go get me a lawyer. I just go get me. But it took me to be this age and see it happening to Kanye before you understand that money won't stop it. No lawyer's going to come in there and fix it. Like, these girls can walk away from you, and it's legal, and it's the way it go, and ain't nothing you can do. And no money got him back. No money made her come back. Like okay, yo, I'm gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really lost his family, and that's going to affect you as a person. You know, if you don't have a family, you probably won't understand that, because you be thinking like, well, shit, I go get me another one. Da, 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 da. But imagine, I heard Shaquille O'Neal say this once in a video. He said, man, you go get all that stuff and you buy all this stuff for your family, you'll be happy. He cheated on his wife at one point, and the wife left him, and she took off with all the kids and everything. And they asked him, what did you think about that? He was like, I was devastated, literally devastated, because that's your life. You know, especially if you're a man that loves your family, they're going to be your whole fucking life. And that's the fact. So you live in your life trying to make them happy, you know what I'm saying, and be in their life, you know what I'm saying? So it's something to think about, you know, and as we go forward in life, that bro gonna probably have to get him some therapy mentally, because that's gonna keep affecting him. Losing that girl, losing his kid, and losing the woman like that, that's gonna affect him mentally. And so that's why it's self-destructive. That's why you shouldn't be really dissing him, because I was in my 20s and I didn't have money and shit like that. But I still found ways to be self-destructive, you know, towards yourself. I'm saying, like, because you painting and you thinking like, and people come to you. Imagine if you're a fucking millionaire, but I'm just a regular dude, and people come to you and they like, hey, what about your kids? Hey, when you gonna see your daughter again? When you gonna see your? When can I? You bugging like, I don't fucking know. They ain't contacting me. They don't talk to me. I'm supposed to be a fucking piece of shit to them. Like, how is this happening to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. And these are people who you talk to intimately. You had long-winded conversations with them. You love the shit out of them. And then they come back with this, like, oh, don't contact us. Don't fuck with us. You ain't shit. Leave us alone. And there's no way around that. You know what I'm saying? So he never went through that. Being a man who was an artist and creative and creating things, he never went through them people coming at him and being like, do not fucking contact me no more. And now he going through that. And that shit hurt. That shit hurt. And ain't no way nobody gonna be able to come and tell you, it's okay, man. Look, let me tell you what you should do. Nobody gonna be able to tell you about that. You just gonna be in pain, because he loved her and he loved his kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you really are going to feel some pain. It really does hurt. So, you know, that's why I don't know, man. I wish the best for him because of the pain. You know what I mean? That's why you wish the best for people, because the pain, that shit is a critical fucking, it's a critical beatdown. And the people don't get it because they want you in pain. So you would think like, damn, Kim Kardashian. Look, I'm finna let y'all hear this real quick.
This is what he stated initially in the drink champs. But then when something happens, the rapper, but black thinking, black culture, and black also naturally do violence. But then when something happens, people want someone to be outraged. And maybe some black people are outraged. The white corporations that make money don't actually do anything. Don't actually do anything. What we got with that, and there was only one side. You at your job, me and my only jealousy, because you're jealous of Trump.
Here it is, right here.
Where the anger comes. Right.
Listen.
And we know that we don't. But that's where the anger comes. One side. Only one side. Only one side. And we know that we need that. And we know that we don't. But that's where the anger. And we know that we don't. But that's where the anger comes. Right. The anger comes is really jealousy, because you're jealous of trans movement. You're jealous of how Jews unify, Asians unify, and all of these groups unify to get what they want. This is what Kanye's whole plight is.
This is the foul.
This is what he stated initially, and we know that we don't. But that's where
I wanted y'all to hear that, because it's like Ebro making a point that us as black people are jealous of all these other cultures because they can get movements going. You know what I'm saying? And you see somebody like Kanye West, who was being disrespectful to us as black people. We didn't have the power to cut him off, stop him from being out there, block him, We didn't have that power. You know what I'm saying? But now he is a millionaire and he can do anything he fucking wanted to do. Wait, tap to unmute.
We know that we need that. And we know that we don't. But that's where the anger comes. Right. The anger comes is really jealousy because you're jealous of trans movement. You're jealous of how Jews unify, Asians unify, and all of these groups unify to blacks. Get what they want. This is what Kanye's whole plight is. This is what he stated initially. We know that so we need that. The question is, do you believe that? But that's where the anger comes. Right. The anger comes is really jealousy. I'm trying to because you're jealous of the question is, do you believe that? You're jealous of how Jews unify, Asians unify. Why is that? Why is it that black people are jealous of these things? Why can't we have it ourselves? What's making us stop from being a unit of people that's been in this country for 400 years? We here longer than all these damn cultures, than all these people. But we got a problem with coming together and building a fucking relationship with each other, where it's outside of a fight or a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to build communities inside our blackness. It got to be built communities inside blackness. Like it got to be a coalition of people that's trying to make sure we get reparations. It got to be a coalition of people that's making sure we have a hospital in our neighborhoods. It got to be a coalition of people that's black that got to make sure we got different universities and educational institutions in our hood. But most of us, when we get a job, when we get education, when we get $10, we just run towards white people and we want to live with them, spend our money with them, marry them, love them, and then turn around when something black happens and say, we being racially disrespected. And it's like, what? It's like, it's a bipolar relationship that we got with racism. Like, we don't like it, but we take our money every week and we finance it. We pay for it to continue. Like, no matter in our personal life, we have to do things. Everything we do come from white folks, from Walmart to jobs to you name it, the car we drive, the socks we got on. We don't think about that shit. Like, and I said to my wife when they did the fucking pandemic, and she's like, why the fuck everybody bugging out over tissue? And I was like, that's the key to any fucking war. If you can't clean your butt, you don't have water, or if you don't have the utensils to clean your butt, the enemy automatically wins. Because you're not used to that. You're used to having access to tissue. You're used to having access to water so you can go clean your body. If that stops happening, you're going to surrender because you're not used to that world. You ain't gangster. You ain't built like that. You gangster with a gun. You gangster with a pair of pants and a pair of shoes. You're not gangster with none of that. If you ain't got none of that, you feeble. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody can overtake you. So that's why you hear people saying, world takeovers and all that shit. That's because they have access to stopping your ass from drinking water, stopping your ass from wiping your butt. And I told my wife, I said, think about this. If black people wanted to fucking fight against white America and said, yo, because I don't know, you've traveled out of town in a vehicle. And when you travel outside of the major cities, you see nothing but empty space. On both sides of the street, is it fucking, as far as your eyes can see, it ain't nothing but fucking empty space, deers and shit over there, water or trees or just dirt. And you looking inside this way. Then you sometimes see farms and shit and big ass crops. But most times you just see bushes and big ass large areas of fucking trees. But you thinking to yourself, how the fuck is it homelessness if this much fucking space out here? Like, why the fuck everybody crammed up in a fucking city living in little tight ass apartments their whole life? It's fucking big ass areas out here. But think about this. In order to build a city, in order to build a neighborhood, in order to build a country, you have to go to white people and say, hey, can I use your machine to cut down these trees so I can go and fucking build this Walmart or build this big ass store? And all they got to do is tell your ass no. Now, what Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Oprah Winfrey, any of these people got a fucking machine that can knock down trees, vast amount of trees that can cut all this shit down so you can start coming in that building and then eventually build a city? Probably not. What if you do get the city built? What if you can build? You still have to go to white people. Can I use your machine that can convert trees to paper? And I can have me some water and have some paper so we can wipe our butt? No. You want to be by yourself? You go build your fucking tree. Build your machine. It's enough engineers in the black community. It's enough motherfuckers who got education in our colleges. Y'all go build your shit. Is that going to happen? Are black people going to come together and try to build a fucking machine so that they can ultimately go knock down some fucking trees so that they can ultimately go build a city? But this is what white people are up to. When you driving through these towns, it's a coalition of Caucasians
That's what their job is in the white spectrum, is to fucking make sure they got machines built so that the next somebody can come grab that machine, cut down 400 motherfucking trees in 2 days. Then they could fucking build a town. That's not a bunch of niggas we know in our neighborhood. Junebug, Junebug in our hood ain't cutting down no fucking trees. Or using a machine to make no fucking paper. But when you walk and look at these people who run America, that's what they've done. That's what they have. They taking their money, they taking their time, they building their researching. It's not just all folly. It's not just all entertainment. It's not just all worried about what Kanye West doing with the people he in communication with. That's not nothing wrong with that, because that's life. That's what's happening. Your ears is hearing it. You want to engage and understand more. But think about building something. How can you build something on the outside? You ain't gonna never be able to do it. You ain't gonna never. You have to go to these people and ask them. And on your next road trip, I don't give a fuck where you going. As long as it's away from the town you in, the next town over, 3 towns over. Look how vast this country is, how big. We could be all building our own individual towns, but we've all been locked in our mind to believe can't build it. What you really need, you need shit. You need humans, other people to be along with you. Like they say, Kanye West is building something called Yako system, where it's going to be all this stuff, his designs and all that shit. Is that going to come to fruition? Might not. But what the hell is going to mean for blackness and everybody else around America that's black? We got to go to the ecosystem and shit to feel free, or have a. It's not going to be like that. He'd never be able to build some shit, because just like Farrakhan said in the video I just played a moment ago, they're set up systems where you have to come to them. That's the idea. If you are not coming to them, you can't build anything. You can't get nothing built. Matter of fact, the people who know you, they're not going to look at you as successful unless you have a white man giving you a check. That's the game. So even the people who you love and love you, they're going to still look at you like you ain't on your shit until a white person is signing your check. That's the game. That's what Kanye just did to the pinnacle. If there's a black person other than Jay-Z, maybe Oprah, Michael Jordan, LeBron, these people who have contracts with Caucasians, that's Kanye. That's why it says he has no more bosses, because he just shut down everybody. He got out of $1 million contracts with all these people without getting sued. Now, where the fuck you do that at? He didn't get sued by none of them companies. They let him go. I'm out. So he got out of all them contracts without getting sued. Smart as fuck. That's genius level. That's like, yeah, I don't want to fuck with y'all no more. You ain't got to fuck with me. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Now, normally they'll be in the courtroom like, hold on, let's cut this shit up correct. Let's make sure that you follow the guidelines from the beginning contract. Now, here's another contract. Let's just make an exit contract. All them people walked away from him like, we don't want nothing to do with you. He's sitting back like, cha-ching. Okay, take y'all portion. How much I have in my account that's y'all's? Take yours, take yours, take yours back, take yours back. So now what I got left is mine. That's a smart move, because now you don't have no boss. Can't nobody. Now when he say, Jews this, Jews that, can't nobody take nothing from him. Now if he say, I don't like this person, I hate that guy, what's gonna happen? You can choose not to fuck with him. Just like when the movie come out on this weekend, that's coming up this weekend, but you got stuff to do. Maybe you just want to chill around the house. Maybe you're watching something important, or maybe you're going to visit somebody. You're not going to go to the movie theater this weekend, right now. You're not going to make it this weekend. To this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you personally, in your personal life, you're not going to make it to a movie theater. But they still going to announce Monday, this movie made 33 million. This movie made 7 million. This movie made whatever million. And you didn't even fucking go. That's my point. So just because you didn't go and support it and have time to be a part of it, other people are going to. Other people are going to make it. They're going to get there. And they're going to sit right in that motherfucking chill, and they made time. And they had the time. So they're going to be like, all right, man. And then you will see them blogs and shit talking about, yeah, this is what happened in this. Blah, blah, blah. So it's enough people in the world for everybody to do everything. And so for him to not have a boss, when that's been the history of America, the history of blackness, like I played the video of Farrakhan right there showing you that that's been the history of America. If you're going to put something out here in the world and you're African American, you have to go through a Jewish human in order for that to be done. That's the facts. Look at Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre made the
headphones. He had to go through Jimmy Iovine, which is already his friend from Interscope Records, because that's who he signed with when he left Death Row Records. He left that with the other guy who's in prison right now, Suge Knight. So when he wanted to leave and then go sign with somebody else, in order to keep himself off the street level with people who might still want to hurt him or jump in his face because he's a gangster rapper, he hooked up with the white people, well, Jewish people. In my brain, not really deciphering the two like that. I look at it just as white people because of the skin. Now they decipher themselves to be Jews. I'm not against whoever we call themselves, whoever we want to be, but just seeing the skin color, my brain said that they white people. So it's always a distinguishment. Oh no, that's different. Are they different? Well, how would you be able to look at them and tell? Because I wouldn't be able to, necessarily tell like that all the time. But you're not going to get your projects out there to the world unless a Jewish person is connected to you and they actually get it to the people. And so you can name all the way down the line, even the person who got, if I'm not mistaken, the person who got Michael Jordan, his contract with Nike was a Jewish guy. And they have movies about these people, so it's not like this hidden information or you tearing somebody down or any of the stuff that they try to say. It's just the facts of the game. If you can look back in the history, I even said this on the last show. My Rainey's Black Bottom girl played in it. She's the black actress that just played in Woman King. I can't think of her name. But she's the main chick in Woman King. She played in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom a few months, maybe a few years back. And the black dude from Black Panther was in it with her too. I ain't trying to take too much time on their names, but my whole point is that because if you've seen these films, you know what I'm talking about. I think his name was Bosman or Bozeman or whatever. But making a long story short, in that movie, they were singers or musicians. They played music and they were trying to constantly play the music. And the movie was about their personal dynamics. But in that movie, they had a white boss, and the boss was the Jewish guys, and that's who they were trying to adhere to or kiss up to or try to make something. That's just the history of black people in America. The white people, you try to kiss up to them and make sure that they like you so that you can make money for your family, and then you get to see the people who they are as people. Like they don't really be like that. They ain't giving a fuck about them like that. But in the movie, they playing up to the white guy. So that's what happened. And ultimately, the end of the whole movie, if you ever saw that movie, it was about the guy killing another black dude because he talked about him for how he was kissing up to the white Jew guy. He wanted to be a part of the band, and the white Jew guy kept playing him throughout the whole movie. Like, yeah, like whatever. Yeah, call me back. Just I'm gonna give you a call. He kept saying, you keep telling me that, man. You gonna give me a chance, man? And the white dude kept being like, yeah. Jewish guy like, yeah, whatever. And then the black dude said, you can't see what's happening, man. He ain't messing with you. You were clowning him. He's like, what? And eventually they had an argument, which turned into a fight, which turned into a murder. But it was all about arguing over him getting comfortable with the white guy, letting him in the band and being a part of something that he wanted to be, that the white guy was kind of playing him on. He kind of egged him on, but he wasn't serious about looking out for him. He couldn't pick up the hint. Eventually that turned him into fighting against his own black buddy, who was in the band with him the whole time, and he killed him. So if you ever see movies like that, that's been the history of us as black people. So even you see Kanye West bugging out like this, it's a lot of people be like, man, you dumb, man, you stupid in the motherfucker. Get your bit, you a goofy at why? Because it looked crazy seeing somebody kiss up to white people. And George R. Not is the smartest man. All the stuff he says, like, who is these fucking people this man talking about? You know what I'm saying? You have to Google these motherfuckers. Oh, George R. Not, the richest motherfucker, he owned Louis Vuitton. Oh, wow, I can see why he might like that guy or look up to that guy. But it's like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my world. I guess if it was my world, I'd be talking about the people who I'm interested in. And, Steven Spielberg is the best visionary. You'll be talking about the people who you care about on the other side of the white side, So my point I'm just making is that we got to sometimes give them a little chance of understanding, but that stuff he was saying about the black people with George Floyd, I sometimes give him a chance on that too, because I look at it like this. I'm not rich as Kanye West today, but he got houses around white people. He don't live in the hood. He don't live in the streets. He live around white folks. He got a house in Miami, California, probably wherever the fuck he got cribs at. So you're not going to be having a Black Lives Matter conversation with somebody and it ain't no black people for fucking miles. And when you drive away, that's the last time a black person was here. And when you come back, that's the last time a person came. So it's like, it's not a lot of black people around him. So the conversations he's going to have in those conversations, and that whether it's right or wrong, it's going to be black people is their own fucking problem. Black people need to stop this shit. And every time I turn around a black, because why? Because that's what the fuck he's going to be around. He's going to be around white people who that's this neighborhood. He got a fucking lot of money. So what you call a closed or gated community, that's who the fuck gonna live there. You know what I'm saying? So when they want to come to your house with the fucking potato or the jelly cake or whatever the fuck they bring, they gonna sit your ass down and be like, I'm glad you made it out because you're not like them. Then what the fuck you gonna say? Yes, I am. I am like them. The fuck you mean I ain't like them? You know, you're gonna have the conversation that you're having with them in your big bougie ass crib that you spent all this motherfucking money on to get, and finally you thinking this is your comfort zone. Because if you don't do that shit, if you don't kick it with the white people in that bougie ass comfort zone that you went to because no nigga live in the hood, when they get money, they move their ass around some white neighborhood, some white suburban area, wherever it is around America. When you get your ass there, as soon as you drive away, you're gonna come back and gonna put a nigga on your fucking wall. And you're gonna be tripping like, what the fuck they do this? Oh, I think that's Johnny. That's our, what's his name's grandson. He's an asshole. I'll talk to him. What the fuck? They put a nigga on my fucking mansion? This is crazy. And think about it. They did that to LeBron James. He was winning one of them NBA games or some shit like that. He was in the finals. And one day they just popped it on the news. Somebody put nigger on his house in Brentwood. N-I-G-G. Big ass letters. He supposed to be winning the fucking game. How you supposed to be thinking about that shit? And you thinking like, damn, I gotta get into the crib. They got this fucking nigga shit rolling my wall. I gotta shoot this jump shot. This is what being a celebrity can get you. It can also be a negative. It can, and that's what he's saying about Kanye now. 20 years away, he was a darling of America. Through the wire, through the limit. Everybody loved him. Creative, visionary. This dude is going to the top. All of that stressful shit, dealing with all of that maniacality between the people and who you got to be cool with and who you got to be accepted by and what kind of shit they got to accept from you and you got to accept from them. That should have run your ass crazy because it's taking you out of who you are. It's taking you away from who you are. And you have to be a general in the world. You got to be a general in your mind because motherfuckers trick you out your spot. And that's kind of how we look at it right now. That's what they call it in Chicago. A person being tricked off his spot. That's what's happening with Kanye. You worked all that time to be up under them white people. This is what you chose to do. This is what your plight was in life. You chose to sign contracts. You chose to make the music and sell it to them. You chose to get the percentage that they chose to give you. You took that money, whether you bought crack rocks or you invested that shit in whatever the fuck you did, that's your choice. But now you mad at them for giving you what they supposed to gave you, which is fame. And you got the fame. But the percentages is going to always go back to them because that's what their hustle was. Hustle you. And now you just really a smart guy, so you could turn, you know what I'm saying, nothing into something. But at the end of the day, you can't go back and breach these contracts because you signed it. This is what you wanted and you got it. And that's just a word to the wise because even though he got that money and he got the contract with the deals, he lost his family. And that's critical. That mansion he's staying in, that big ass comfortable house is empty. Your daughter voice ain't in there. Your kid voice ain't in there. They ain't running to the kitchen. They not waking up and coming in the bedroom like said, Daddy. So every time everybody leave you and you by yourself, that shit hurt. It's painful. And people who ain't seen you in a while, first time they see you, hey man, what's up with your kids? How your daughter doing? How your son? I don't know. They don't talk to me. Could you go over there and see him for me? Could you go over there and stop in there for me? That's how the fuck you would be. But he got, imagine this, multiple millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and he still can't break that barrier for that girl to be like, take your kid, I'm coming too, I love you, you're having a mental breakdown, let me give you a hug. That's how, if he would have married a black woman, they'd have been right there with him by his side. Riding to that motherfucker like, hold on, something going down with him, I'm with you. And they would never make a black man even get to that part because this level that those guys get to, you have to have a white girl. That's the game because you're not going to be in events and the locations where a black woman is going to even be able to want. They don't even want your ass there. But if they're inviting you, you better have you a motherfucking white girl on your shoulder just to get there. That's just a tactic. They ain't saying you have even fucking love her. The idea is that's the game. And if you're playing a game, that's the game you got to be in. Kanye left every sister in America after he said he would in a song. And then he went and got a white girl. But if he would have stuck with a sister to today, he probably wouldn't have got no $1 billion. But he'd have had them kids. She'd have been like, take these motherfucking kids. Here, take them. But sometimes people value money. So he valued money. And that's what the fuck he got. You got all the fucking money in the world. Means nothing. Even giving back half that shit, he's still rich than a motherfucker. No kids. know people to love you. That shit, boy, I don't give a fuck. I was 22, 23 when that happened to me. Yeah. I was a young nigga, and it break you down. They do. You can't hoop right. Every fucking song is about that shit. Every time somebody talk to your ass about it, it's rubbish. And I was in Chicago. I never even seen a girl like drive me like you think might see it at a store at Jewel's or a mall or some shit. You might see her walking down the street, the bus, before it disappeared. Nigga, that's what it was. And they were still in town. It's just that's how life. I was missing. The mazes never crossed. So I never saw it like that. And it took a few years, like 4 years before I started seeing my kid again. And I didn't have $1. I didn't have no money. I ain't had no money. You know, I saw him like every other week and they would start letting me see him. But then anytime she wanted to get mad and be like, I'm not going to fulfill the courtroom, what the fuck can I do? I had to go back to court. It's just a stress. So if you rich like him, your lawyer going to be doing all that. But they still gonna have rules and regulations for, especially somebody like him who's an admitted mental case person. They're gonna say, you gotta go get evaluated. Your house gotta get evaluated. Your friends gotta get evaluated. Your maid gotta get evaluated. By the time he do all that, your kid didn't went 4 years. They didn't went 3. They didn't got ages and shit. And you still sitting around like, when can I see him? Where they at? He ain't even going through that. He just going through a fucking phase in the brain. Like, he ain't even going through all that process. And fuck that. We in court. Well, my daughter, how was y'all weekend? I'm playing daddy, because that's what you had to do. You had to play daddy. But you see, bro ain't doing that. He run out here fucking with these people and got all these people up in a row. But I think he did a smart move because he lost the responsibility of having to answer to a boss, making somebody be somebody who you got to speak up to him and be like, yeah, I go, yeah, it's right here. Be over there, show up right there. Because that's what Bill Cosby did. Could you imagine Bill Cosby did that since the 1950s, 40s, whatever the fuck time he got in the industry, all the way to fucking 2020 something? So if you imagine Bill Cosby, who got in the industry, maybe in the 60s, I don't know, whatever the fuck time he got in the industry. So say he came in, it was before I was born. So he was a person that was in the industry. So now he went through 4, 5 decades. You think it's the same white people calling him that called him the weekend he started? They done passed his motherfucking name and his motherfucking paperwork down to other people. Hey, how you doing, Bill? My name is John Sebastian. I'm the guy I'm over here working with Johnson, whoever the fuck. And now I'm your new agent. I'm your new guy. I call you now. Okay, cool. As long as they making him money, he don't give a fuck. So people done passed you down. Now somebody probably calling Bill Cosby 28 years old, 35 years old. Hey, Mr. Bill, I heard a lot about you. Yeah, I did pass your regular, so on my desk here. I'm new over here, but I'm going to be managing you. He don't give a shit as long as he getting a check. It's coming in. But these people is who you trust in. That's what my point is. You trust in these motherfuckers. You have to trust strangers who you don't even fucking know. You ain't got no history with none of these motherfuckers. You trust in them. Then you wonder why a motherfucker end up in a jail situation. You wonder why a motherfucker end up locked up. Because they telling you, be right here. Meet up them people over here. Who gonna be there? These people gonna be here. You don't know none of these motherfuckers. You just a celebrity. You just a person who's supposed to be showing up there to make everybody happy. And then you might have touched some person like that or put your arm on somebody or however the fuck it play out. And next thing you know, they on your head like, yeah, motherfucker, you going down. So Ye made it out alive. He made it out without getting himself wrapped up in those kind of tumultuous situations that you can't get yourself out of. He made it out of them trying to come at him and being like, you going to jail because you did this, that, and the other. He basically disconnected himself from that realm. So he don't have a boss no more. So they can't call him and say, we want you at this event. And if you don't come to this event, you breach this contract, you breach this. Because they all just walked away. Everybody, they just jumped on the whole internet news and said, I'm gone. I ain't got nothing to do with Kanye West no more. And if you're a thinking man, he's thinking like, thumbs up. You didn't sue me. Take all your shit back. Take your money out of my bank account. And now I can live as a free man. And that right there is to be commended. We might not know why today. It might not have a real reason or reference point today because we only know people being successful back being connected to white folks. We don't really know a person. Michael Jordan don't own them shoes. His name is on them. You understand what I'm saying? Kanye's supposed to have designed these shoes himself, which gives him a little bit more ownership and leverage. But that company, Adidas, is saying they own that shit now. So we don't know. We ain't lawyers. I don't know how that shit's going to play out or what's the ramifications behind any of that. But at the end of the day, I know he's in a better position because he's free. And you should be free too in your life. I could talk this shit because I've been free since I came on my mama cuckoo. And I don't have no white boss, no Asian boss, nobody I answer to. Everything I do is through me. Everything I ever wrote, directed, put out here is through me. This brand, I own it, trademarked it, everything comes through me. So I don't understand the idea of signing with somebody and being mad later on down the line. I don't understand it with signing with nobody because I'm a creative person. So I just need that freedom to do my thing. I don't need no white man around me. So that's all I got for y'all, man. Like and subscribe. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next one. This your boy Hood. I'm out. This.